So, for your first translation, you wanted, and they walk with forgotten prayers. So this is what I have for you. Adalam, enene, shishko ukhta, habanyanesh. So, and here, I feel like it's being used as an exclamation. That's why I've used Adalam. Adalam doesn't really translate to and, but I feel it could be used here because and, don't you think it's being used as an exclamation? It's not like joining another word like the king and queen. It's saying and they walked with forgotten prayers. Do you know what I mean? So that's why I've used that. It really translates to now, but in this context, I think it's okay. Enene is the independent third person plural marker. I did debate whether to include this because I've already marked the third person in the verbal chain with the suffix, but it doesn't hurt to be specific, and the Sumerians did this all the time anyway. Next line is the nominal chain. We have the head noun prayers, then we have the modifying adjective forgotten, and then the comitative case marker da on the end, which is meaning with in this context. So it's saying with forgotten prayers. So finally, the verbal chain. So I was going back and forth with myself, debating whether this was a transitive or an intransitive sentence, because if it was, depending on which one it was, it changes half of the chain completely. But walk is generally considered intransitive, and that's why I'm using it here. I'm using it intransitive. If it was transitive, I probably would have had to have marked the independent pronoun, which is a bit weird, and I would have had to change hapa to himu, or even possibly humu. But when you read this in the direct English translation from Sumerian, it certainly sounds more intransitive anyway. And they, with forgotten prayers, shall walk. So, yeah, that sounds intransitive to me. Alright then, so ha is the precative modal prefix. This is where we're getting shall from. So now ba is the conjugation prefix, which is used with intransitive verbs and inanimate subjects. Then nyen is the intransitive verb to go or to walk, and esh is cross-referencing our independent pronoun, third person, they. And they, with forgotten prayers, shall walk. So in Sumerian, it has to go that way around because of the subject, object, verb order. In English, it's subject, verb, object. And they shall walk with forgotten prayers. See, subject, verb, object. Although in this case, it is the oblique object, not the direct or indirect object. Right then, so I just made this video with the first translation just to give you an idea of why it says what it says, providing you with some sources of nouns and independent pronouns, etc. And I explained the nominal and verbal chain. To give you sources on that, you'd have to read pages and pages of books, and I know you don't want to do that. So I just gave you a video just to give you a rough idea of why it says what it says. For the rest of your translations, I'm just going to send it to you simply via text.